Well, I have a lot of bizarre and random experiences in my daily life. Let me tell you what happened. I was walking home and this guy pulled over and he asked me what time does school gets out, and I told him that they normally in a Monday they get out at like what 12 p.m. and I used to go to that high school, which was the administrators and the school environment was a pain in the butt. And then he told me, well, are you going to college? And it was like, heck no. I mean, from what I've experienced from high school, from what I'm going through, or as a matter of fact, seeing what other people have encountered during college, I mean, I told him, it's a debt crisis. And then this guy, I mean, he's like in his 30s or his 40s or 50s, I don't know. He tells me, oh, well, if you don't have a college degree, not a lot of people are going to interview you. Well, that would probably might make sense if you're talking about law, medicine, and engineering. But a lot of jobs, a banker, even white-collar jobs, you want to be a stockbroker, a real estate broker, you want to be a plumber, you want to be a contractor, you want to own your own business, you want to work at a executive position for a company. I mean, you don't really need a college degree. I mean, what are you talking about? A lot of people who own their own businesses or run successful corporations never really graduated college. Like they mentioned, the A students work for the C students. You know, this guy who pulled over, he laughed at me. He literally laughed at me because I was getting into gold and silver. And he's like, no, gold didn't increase at all, you know, since the start of the year. And I said, well, I'm into silver. It increased 20%. Take that. You know, it's beating the cost of increase of the gasoline that's running your big, huge, and over-bloated SUV. I mean, this guy was running an SUV. He was driving past me. And again, it's just the most bizarre and laughable experiences you could see. A guy running through an SUV telling you, oh, go to college, things are going to get better. Yeah, so first, we go to grade school. Our lives are manipulated. We have very little choice in how we want to learn, what classes we want to take, and so forth. There's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of neglect. They push us around with SATs, which only favors some students. Then they have this acceptance scenario where they just push around some kids and they divide them by grade levels, which really doesn't improve intelligence in all aspects. And then you go through college. You have limited flexibility. You're just sitting there with lecture classes. You can choose your class. But hey, if you don't like long lecture classes, or you know, if you're tired of the test taking, well then screw you. You still have limited choice. Then you have all these requirements you have to take. You have to spend all this money, spend all this time. I mean, that's like, what, $40,000 per year? A lot of people graduate 6 years and spend $240,000 a year. And then they pay all the interest. What do you think that's going to add up? $500,000? And yet then these young people, they think, oh yeah, who cares about the debt? As long as I am promised with a six-figure salary, that's all that matters. Oh yeah. Yeah, considering about a lot of the college students that have been dropping out recently. Yeah, and many that get out, they're not getting the jobs that they want. And again, the guy who just pulled me over, I really don't care. In fact, I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm very, very positive. And this is just a situation that is just very, very misleading. And, you know, these people that live around my neighborhood, I live in South Orange County, California, and out of all the places probably in the world, it has the highest percentage of college degrees with people who have them. And they just push you, they give you pressure if your goals are not related to something that has to do with high test scores or going to a good college. And they look down at you if you don't, at least a lot of them. And again, this guy, he had a bumper sticker of a private school that almost all the kids go to college. And it's like, yeah, this go to college scenario that, yeah, almost everybody who wants to be successful has to go to college. Now, let me tell you something, okay? even though college has a lot of flaws, what we all have to agree on is the fact that, well, I mean, why can't we be educated without all these unnecessary requirements, costs, and why can't we be more successful? I mean, if I want to design towns, do I really have to spend 6 years in a class spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, including the interest? Do I really have to take classes that I don't really need? Or if I want to create a renaissance of beautiful, wonderful urban environments with plazas, transportation choices, mixed-use planning, where still a lot of people own single-family homes, depending on the demand. Is it possible? And why can't I go and meet some people, continue to practice, move up the ladder in the career positions? Why can this happen? Who in this world made this insane mentality that you have to be a degree to be successful? I mean, you don't have to be, but it's been put in the mindset of many, many people and of many, many regulations. Well, I mean, again, people are brainwashed to go to college and get into all this debt. Well, here's what's going to happen. A lot of them are not going to get jobs. They're going to get jobs that they're not going to really expect. They're going to deal with higher food and gas prices. A lot of their finances that they're dependent on, basically fiat currency money, is going to lose a lot of value. And not to mention, a lot of them are being in credit card debt. And depressingly, they're going to miss out, at least a lot of them, on the chance to invest in the precious metal sector. And a lot of pain, a lot of pressure to these young individuals is going to cause a lot of distress, a lot of violence, and basically a lot of them are going to miss out in a lot of the knowledge and the ideas that we need for our future. Again, I bring a lot of ideas that we can create in my planned renaissance. And best of all, I'm going to feel very good. I'm going to compare myself as superior to a lot of young people in my age. We have a huge concern ahead of us. One of our next major bubbles, just like real estate, what we saw a few years ago, which is still falling right now, is going to be the college tuition bubble, as well as many others, like the bond market bubble and so forth. And also fiat currencies, especially a lot of them. So please prepare yourself. All right. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Have a great day.